Hi there guys, welcome back to a new episode. Tonight we are looking at Cardano ADA. ADA today has actually seen a pretty decent day. The price has fallen, we have seen lows today. However, overall we can see that the coin is up by 1.659% so far. This is good and it is a step in the right direction, especially after the 1, 2, 3, 4 days of consistent sell-off that we have been seeing. It appears to be the case that we have found a bit of a flaw now, and it absolutely could be the case that the price of ADA could start going back up pretty soon, and we would all love to see that. Well, is it going to happen, guys? Nobody knows for sure, and I am not a financial advisor, so please do make sure to do your own research if you get into any stock or crypto which we talk about on this channel. But now that I've told you that, of course, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already, because we talk about stocks and cryptos pretty much every single day, minus the last 2 or 3 days. I'm very sorry for missing those uploads, guys, but of course things do pop up, unfortunately. Anyway, let's get back to the video. We're going to start off by looking at how the price has been moving. So from last time when we looked at the stock, or at least a crypto in this case, nothing has really happened in relation to news, so we don't have too much to report on. Guys, if you do want to see a bit more of a fundamental look at this currency, make sure to go watch Saturday's episode. I will probably have linked it in by now because it definitely is worth a watch. It tells you about a lot more of the fundamentals of Cardano, and I do find them interesting as a lot of people do see big things coming for this currency, and honestly, if you do watch that video, you may be able to see why. Anyway, let's get back to the current price of the coin. We can see that today volume was 4.59 billion. For some context, yesterday it was at around, if we can get a number on that, 5.6 billion. On Friday we saw volume of about 7 billion, I believe, and then the day before that, volume of about 4 billion. So that tells us roughly what has been going on over the last few days, or at least the past week. So again, volume today isn't bad, even though it is taking a step in the right direction, which is good. So if we take a quick moment to break down this candlestick in a bit more of a detailed manner, we can see that of course the wick towards the low side is much steeper than that to the upside. Basically, guys, of course that means that the lows of the day were more prevalent than the highs, so far at least. So of course we probably did open quite high if we can get some look on that on these more detailed charts. So again, we can see the highs of the day were basically around this point here, if not a little bit higher, at around the $1.22 range. And again, that was a high that we saw. Again, we started off here at around 12 AM, so again from there the price dipped significantly, and now we are pulling ourselves up a little bit, so hopefully we can stay up there. But again, that just tells us a little bit about the composition of the candlestick. Anyway, guys, I do think that this candlestick has put us in a perfect composition to see another green one tomorrow, and if that is the case, we could be starting to see a bit of a pullback and even a bit of a reversal in the price of the currency. And again, this could definitely help the currency to start flying again and send the price up. Well, for a bit of context, let's have a look at some of our other favourite cryptocurrencies have been moving. We can do this over on CoinMarketCap. Now, I know that images are quite small, but as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the best ways to show how a lot of the cryptos have been moving recently. We're going to start off at the top and then move our way down. You can see Cardano is the last candidate on the screen. As far as I'm aware, this is by market cap, so yes, if you were wondering. And we can see, of course, Bitcoin at the top all the way down to Cardano. So to get a general trend of the crypto market, a lot of people do look straight towards Bitcoin. I think that is understandable, being as Bitcoin is definitely the biggest cryptocurrency out there. Prices of Bitcoin over the past 7 days, you can see, have of course taken a big hit. And of course, the context to this is that a lot of cryptos were up massively in the past week or so, perhaps even the past 2 weeks now. They were up quite significantly, and of course, after that rally, the prices have come down a little bit. Now we can see with Bitcoin starting us off, the price basically hit lows at some point now here, and from these lows we have actually pulled ourselves up a little bit. And again, this is reflected now in the price of both Cardano, Ethereum, and a few other cryptos. So moving on to Ethereum, we do have a very similar pattern. We saw a bit more of a steep rally up, then a bit more of a sell-off subsequently, and then again this pattern here where we started to consolidate where we are right now is obviously quite similar. The pattern of BNB is actually a bit worse. We can see a steeper sell-off followed by actually a stronger rally up so far, which is good. XRP has taken consistent hits all the way down. We can see barely even any green on that chart at all, even towards the end, so we can see things not looking good for that. Tether USDT is doing pretty amazing apparently. We can see massively in the green after this big spike. Dogecoin, I don't even think I need to introduce this one. This one's basically, who knows what that's doing anymore, but obviously it's still up, obviously outperforming a lot of the crypto market. ADA Cardano is following pretty much a similar trend to a few of the other cryptos, as you can see. A little bit worse in my opinion than both Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it is still on the way down in a similar pattern. Anyway, some of these cryptos such as XRP, it does appear to be the case, are starting to come back up a little bit right now, even though they are seeing quite a lot of consistent red, which could indicate to a whole trend for the crypto market, hopefully starting themselves on a bit of growth now again, hopefully a bit more stable right now as well. I would love to see that be the case, as the crypto market as a whole over the past week or two has been pretty volatile and pretty insane. Not necessarily a bad thing if you do play it right, but of course it would be quite nice to know where we do stand with this crypto market and to see what we could actually forecast going forwards. Anyway, we're going to move over now to Lunar Crush. You may remember this site, it is on Twitter, we have looked at it before. It is a social ranking for cryptocurrencies. It basically tells us the most popular crypto coins, or at least coins, by search rankings and things like that. So here we can see is a top 10 coins by social contributors. Now this is not necessarily an indication of the amount of volatility in the coins, the amount of price action in the coins, but it does give us a general trend of what people are saying about the coins, how many people are talking about the coins, and again this does show general interest in the coins as well, which does also in a way kind of indicate to the things which I mentioned previously when it comes to like volume and of course generally speaking interest, which is important for coins as well. So at the top, we have Dogecoin. People still very hyped about that. We've got about 200k for that in the past day. Bitcoin is next with 164, that is to be expected. A surprise down here is SafeMoon. SafeMoon's got 62k. Ethereum comes next, that is to be expected with 45. We have Cake down here. You may or may not have heard of that one, which again is a bit of a surprise. That's got 41k. We have BNB, which is down here with 19. XRP got 15. We have ADA Cardano with 12, followed by POLS, which has 10, USDT, which also has 10. So again, this shows us that Cardano is doing slightly better than the two worst of search ranking cryptocurrencies. However, it is towards the bottom of this list now. Now, we have been used to seeing this one in place 5, 6, or 7 previously, but right now it does appear to have fallen a little bit, which is to be expected. People hyped about this one when it rallies, people are a bit disappointed when the price does fall. That is generally speaking how investment trends do work, as people do generally speaking ride the hype. So that is not necessarily a bad thing. It just shows that the amount of, perhaps shares or at least posts about Cardano has gone down over the past few days. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think a lot of people are definitely getting a bit fearful with the price of Cardano falling, but I think it is important overall to take into account that a lot of the crypto market has obviously fell off a wall in the past few days. Cardano is definitely in a potential now where it could be coming back quite strong, and I would love to see that be the case. Overall, I think Cardano does have big potential over the long term, but I think if we're looking to hold Cardano, it should be more long term. I think people aren't necessarily as aware of Cardano yet as some of the other cryptos, and as with every other crypto, it definitely does present its own benefits and its own drawbacks. We do need to remember that, but I think Cardano does still have a strong chance going forwards. They are trying to build themselves a strong ecosystem which could help the currency find a real world use, and as I have said many a time in the past, I think that is what we do need to see successful cryptos. Tell me your thoughts down below there, guys. I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye and thank you for watching this video.